Nelson, alcoholic addict. That is not my real name. That's my pen name that I use here at LOL Sober. My kids got their report cards a week or two ago, and they did great. I'm really really proud of them. It's so nice to get that piece of paper that just shows a roadmap for how hard your kids work and the work that we put in as parents. It's just like a nice little affirmation of what we're doing. But I went to a meeting a few days afterward, and at the meeting, we read the piece of program literature that says, pretty iconic recovery line, which is, in actual practice, we usually find a solitary self-appraisal insufficient. Many of us thought it necessary to go much further. It was a good wake-up call that there is a reason that my kids didn't write their own report cards and that I don't do my own employee review. And NFL draft prospects don't write their own scouting reports. And restaurants don't do their own Yelp reviews. Well, they probably do their own Yelp reviews, but that's beside the point. The biggest thing that clicked into place for me is that I'm still a pretty shaky narrator of my own personal story. And that means, I'm a shaky evaluator on many things in my life. I do personal inventories regularly, but it's dawning on me that my best inventory work usually involves including another sober person or two. I'm just better off when it's not just me saying the good, the bad, and the ugly of my days. It all comes back to the concept, for me, the concept of a sick mind can't fix a sick mind. I accepted that as 100% true when I first got sober. That was easy. I recognized that I needed a completely new way of living, and I needed to learn it from others because I was someone who 2 weeks earlier had been crushing up Vicodin in McDonald's bathrooms and wiping fentanyl patches in my armpits for more effect. I'm using air quotes, for more effect. Maybe this will make it better. Fast forward a few years, I'm avoiding McDonald's bathrooms entirely. It turns out it's not a fun place to hang out, even when you're clean and sober. My marriage is much better. I'm performing much better as a dad, an employee, and as a friend. It was inevitable, I guess, that I would start to think I can handle evaluating myself. I do think that I'm in a place where I'm pretty solid. I know what my ideals are, and I know that I live up to them a lot of the time. And so I don't think I'm in a spot where I need to run every email draft past 5 sober friends, or I don't need to take every resentment to a panel of friends that are sober. But I do think when I collect a few resentments or lingering bad feelings, or a big one recently for me has been getting irritated about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. When I have those things kind of popping up and rearing their ugly heads, I should work them. I should work through them on my own using the 4th step, but then do a 5th step with someone else. I often find a lot of revelations myself when I plot out why I'm upset, what part of me was affected, and what my role is. But a second set of eyes and ears can be so valuable. And something tells me this holiday season, I might need that quite a bit. And since my kids aren't allowed to give themselves report cards, maybe I should stick to that rule too. So thank you for letting me share.